Yo, what is going on everybody? It is Woods back with a new video today. Now in today's video guys, I'm going to be teaching you how you can go ahead and get stretch resolution within Fortnite Battle Royale. Now if you are looking to get stretch resolution and get all the perks such as more FOV, you'll get worse quality, so that will mean that you actually go ahead and get more frames and all that sort of stuff, then make sure you go ahead and watch to the end of the video to make sure you know absolutely everything. And now, I don't think a lot of you realize about on YouTube nowadays how much likes actually go, and it really pushes my videos out there and helps me get out to a bigger audience, which I'm just trying to go. Obviously, I'm trying to grow, and if it takes you literally a couple seconds of your day just to go down there and like that video, then it really would be appreciated if you could go ahead and like this video, as it really does help me out, and it only takes a couple seconds of your day. And also, if you are wanting to see more Fortnite glitches and tips and tricks and whatnot, then make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the Fortnite channel of Woods, being me. And also, I want to mention one thing before we do get into the video, and that is just recently my video that I have just uploaded. I'll have it linked in the description below, and for some reason it's gotten like absolutely no views, and it's really demotivating for me to get like 0 views on my videos. It's barely got any, so I really would appreciate if you could go ahead and check that out after today's video. All that is just a low gravity video that shows how to get low gravity within an actual public match of Fortnite. Anyways, I think we should just go ahead and get straight into how you actually do this, guys. So what you're going to do, the actual very first step, is very easy and simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually go ahead and load onto your computer or whatever it is you're actually playing Fortnite on. Now from here, you should, if you go into your settings, see that you're actually on full screen mode. Now a lot of you are on full screen, and if you're not, then you should be playing on full screen, guys. But to do this glitch, what you're going to do is switch this over to windowed. Now what this do is you're just going to go ahead and it will say this magic number here, and it doesn't really matter so far, but it should be something like this, quite similar. Now from here, you're going to go ahead and hit apply, and what will happen now is your screen will actually go ahead and change because you'll be in windowed mode. But I'm going to quickly switch over to my other view of my actual monitor, so give me a second, guys. Okay, so now they're actually on our desktop, and as you can see here, it should be like this once you switch to the windowed mode. It will be like this, and you'll be able to see your desktop and all your icons and whatnot on the side here. So from here, all you're going to do is pick up your little thing by clicking on the very top, and then just once you got it on your mouse, you want to go ahead and push it all the way up to the top and then let go. And then what that will do is actually resize it to full screen pretty much. However, you'll have your taskbar in the way right here. Now that you've actually done this, what you're going to do is go ahead and just, hit back or whatever, and it's all good to go like now. And now what you're going to do from here is you're just going to go ahead and hit the little taskbar right at the bottom, and you're going to click that and drag it all the way up as far as you can go. Now what this will do is actually stretch out your game and actually make it have a lot more FOV. But don't worry guys, you don't want to be playing with this massive taskbar in the way, so we're going to be fixing that and actually getting rid of that and whatnot to actually make your game look normal while it has stretched on. So now from here, what you actually want to do is you're going to go ahead, and I'm going to switch over to my second monitor to show you what you need to do here. So what you need to do actually to actually complete this is you're going to need to go ahead and open up your NVIDIA control panel. Now what will happen is your NVIDIA control panel will hopefully open like so. And then once it opens like this, what will actually happen is it will come up with all your resolutions. And now we're going to go ahead and quickly go back over to my Fortnite game here. So now that you're actually on the back on the Fortnite game, what you're going to do is go ahead and click on these little three lines up there, and then go ahead and hit settings. And then once you're on your settings, it should look really weird, guys, but don't worry. What you're going to do is look for this thing here that says 1920 by however much it is. On yours it may change, but for me it's 554. So from here, what you're going to do is go back over to your second screen, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up this again. So you're going to go ahead and pull up your custom resolutions, and what you're going to do is, as you can see here, I've already created it, but I'll create it again just to show you guys. You're going to go ahead and hit customize, and then when you're in here, you're going to hit create custom resolution, and then from here it says say 1920, and then you want to go ahead and change this to 554 it was. And then what you want to do is match this to what it said in game, and then your refresh rate is just whatever your TV or your monitor is or whatever, and then you want to go ahead and hit test. And then once you hit test, it should say whatever, and you want to hit yes, and then you're just going to go ahead and hit OK and whatnot after it all finishes rendering out and doing whatever it needs to do. So now you're just going to go ahead and hit OK on your actual custom resolution thing. And then what you want to do is actually scroll all the way up to the top and go ahead and click on the 1920 by 554, and make sure you're selecting the right monitor for this. So if you have two monitors, make sure you're selecting the right monitor, and then go ahead and click apply down the bottom right corner here. And then what this will do is actually, you won't be able to see it just yet, but it should actually change your game on your other screen. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And now you're actually done with this, so you can go ahead and close this down once it all does go ahead and do its thing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit close, and now you can see I'm back on my monitor, my second monitor. However, when you go ahead and switch it back over to your first monitor, it will look a bit different. So now that you're actually back on your normal monitor, as you'll be able to see, it's now got the effect of actually being stretched. So it's not only has it actually got the more FOV, it will also be stretched. But we're not done here yet, guys, because we still need to get rid of this taskbar. So as you can see here, what you're going to do is just go ahead and click on, right click, and then you're going to go see taskbar settings. And now what it will do is actually pop up with this other screen here, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and minimize this a bit more so you can actually see it better. But then what you're going to do is scroll down until you see automatically hide the taskbar in desktop mode. And you want to go ahead and just hit on for that. And like so, it should go ahead and get rid of your taskbar. Now there's two things, you can have this off or on. If you have this on, then basically you get the more FOV and you won't really get the stretch field. However, it will still be somewhat of a stretch. However, if you have this off, then basically what you'll do is you'll still have the taskbar on your screen, but your game will be super stretched and you'll have so much FOV. So it's up to you if you ever have this on or off. You can play around with it and just see which one you prefer. Oh, okay, so now that you've actually done that and all this is good and good, you can go ahead and hit the back and you should actually see that you've got more FOV. But the thing is though, I chose the more FOV option. You can go ahead and get this stretched and FOV instead. However, you will have to play with that taskbar in your way, and it's super annoying to have that taskbar in the way. However, if you are looking to get stretched and more FOV, then you can go ahead and use that option, whatever you feel comfortable with. Now when you go ahead and load into games, you will actually notice these two blue bars either side of your game. And what this means is actually this is how much more FOV you're actually getting, because they only designed the home screens or loading screens for 1920 by 1080. However, you'll actually be able to get all that extra FOV where that blue is, because you'll actually notice that they didn't ever actually intentionally design anything for that part, because no one was ever meant to get this much FOV. Now I'm going to go ahead and just start up my game really quickly and show you how this works. Now unfortunately, if you are looking to go ahead and do this on console, then you can't. Basically, you're going to have to go ahead and get a PC and then plug in your controller, and it will work just the same like I do. I always play on PC with a controller, and it works just as good as it would on controller, but even better pretty much. And you get all this much FOV, and you get so much more of like a stretch resolution and feel to it. Now, actually, like I did say earlier, this is a stretch, because basically what this is that because it's a lower quality, what this means is it's going to bring back those vibes of the stretch, because it's actually going to give you lower quality, which you may think is bad, but in theory it's actually not. Because if you're a competitive player like me, then basically you're going to need as much FOV as you can, and to get all this FOV and more, frames and stuff, by lowering your quality, it will actually go ahead and give you more frames, which is super useful and unique to actually this sort of, glitch and trick I'm showing you in today's video. As you can see, we see so much. So usually if you're in a box, let's go ahead and just box myself in, you can only usually see the front wall that you're actually looking at. But for me, I can actually see pretty much the whole box. You can see these two walls around me, and if I stand right at the back, you can pretty much see the whole thing right in front of me. Usually it'll be a lot more zoomed in and it'll be really bad. And actually, if you were to look down, you can actually see how much more FOV you're getting, because if you look down normally, you can never actually see the whole thing. But with this, what can you see? Absolutely the whole box. And this is super insane and super useful when it comes to actually box fighting, or just naturally when you're fighting, because you can see so much more around you. Let's say someone was creeping up behind you. Oh, I can see him. Bam. Turn around, instantly pump him. Because this is super handy and super useful, guys. You really need to try this out. And if you are going to try this out, then I really would appreciate if you could go ahead and drop a like on today's video, as it really does help me get out there. And also make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Fortnite glitches like this in the future, or tricks, whatever you want to know, you'll see it on this channel, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much me, guys, and I don't want to waste too much time, but yeah, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and yeah, that's been Woods, and I'm signing out, guys. Peace.